Greetings, Embers. I am so sorry I've been away for a while. I've had a lot of things going on, but thank you so much for your patience. We are back and on track. As some of you may have seen, I have now launched a merch store for the Phoenix Fire Narrations channel. You can find that link down in the description below. Please feel free to head on over there and check out the new merch. As well, if you like what you're hearing so far and like the content, you can now buy me a coffee. All donations are appreciated, as they help the channel greatly. With that being said, let's get started with this incredible horror story. This story is entitled, The Creature with Pink Eyes, a truly unsettling story. Written by Inevitable Cookie 74. Nothing could go wrong, right? It was just a dare. Those were the words Luna recalled as she, along with her friend Jack, blacked out in the presence of a tall creature with large pink eyes and a cold smile. It all began when the two friends were wandering the woods and mistook the pink eyes for lights and ran towards them to check it out, only to get too close and fall unconscious in front of some creature. All because they wanted to show the other kids that they weren't scared of the woods. Luna was reluctant and wanted Jack to just skip the dare and do something else. But Jack was tired of being seen as weak, and since taking a partner out in the woods was part of the rules, he took Luna with him. They were going to stay in the woods for 10 minutes until they saw the large pink lights and just had to check it out. Nothing could have gone wrong, right? Luna, an average teenage girl who lives in an apartment with her mother, grandmother, grandfather, and little sister, Amanda. She has a secret crush on a boy named David. However, none of this will matter in a moment. Jack, a teen who is currently in high school and likes to make jokes about the younger ones around him. He can be very sarcastic and tends to not take things seriously. He's Luna's best friend and right-hand man. The two never do anything separate. The day before Halloween, she's invited by Jack Black to go trick-or-treating. Luna, of course, agreed to go and went with him. On Halloween night, the two of them lost a bet against the school bully and were dared to run into the woods at night, despite the rules against such because of curfew and whatnot. Little do Luna and Jack know, running into the woods would be their biggest mistake yet. After losing the bet, they decided to skip the dare and head home. But there was no way they could back out without looking like wimps. So after much arguing, the two reluctantly followed the path deeper into the woods. It was too dark to see anything, and Luna and Jack very quickly wandered off the path, getting lost in the woods pretty quickly. They hear a strange noise in the distance. It sounded like distorted wailing. Luna and Jack, now a little unsettled, continued deeper into the woods, albeit unwillingly. After 30 minutes, Luna looks up to see a pair of large, pink lights. She nudges Jack and he looks up and shudders. The lights start to come closer to the pair of kids, and they begin to panic as the lights approach. They both look behind them and see nothing, so they turn back to each other and decide to follow the lights. As the lights grow larger in the distance, it becomes clear from the size that they're not coming straight towards the duo. Then, Luna realized that those were not lights. They were eyes. Large eyes. Then, she looked closer, and she saw a large robotic alien attached to those eyes. Luna pushes Jack's shoulder, signaling him to run. Jack gets the message and starts to run fast, Luna following behind. The two run fast, dodging tree roots and rocks to no avail. The creature follows behind in quick pursuit, closing the gap between them fast. As they try to flee, the creature begins to open its chest and emits a foul, putrid stench.
Run! Run while you still can!
The pair turns and runs as fast as possible, but it's impossible to escape. The creature grabs Luna and Jack, holding them in front of its face.
Hey! Let us go!
The creature does not listen. Instead, it opens its chest wider, revealing rows upon rows of teeth, and begins to cram them both into its chest. Closing the folds of skin behind them, the two friends were now trapped inside the giant creature. The two friends were stuck within the cavity of the creature. Both were covered in saliva and had been pushed down into the creature's stomach. As they sit, the creature opens its mouth and examines each of them. The creature enters a cave and spits them out onto the ground. Luna and Jack cower in fear of the creature.
Well, what do we have here? A young human lady and a young human gentleman. How cute!
The creature growled in a deep, raspy voice. Luna is terrified and desperately tries to distract the creature by talking.
Please, don't hurt me,
Luna said in a frightened tone. The creature is intrigued by this and moves her hair aside, examining her face.
I'm not going to hurt either of you. I just want to understand you.
Jack feels trapped and panics. He feels he has to fight back despite knowing he will lose. As the creature continues to examine them, it notices that their body temperatures are higher than usual, so it removes the clothing of the two to observe them more closely.
Interesting. The human body is very fascinating. So many things to observe.
The creature says as it chuckles quietly. Both of them feel uncomfortable in their new surroundings. And as the creature begins to feed, they hold their breath in fear. They smell the sour scent of the creature's saliva and begin to gag. The creature then pukes up its chewed up food in front of Luna and Jack, nearly making the two puke from the smell.
Eat humans. This is for you,
the creature says assertively. They both try to push the food away, but find themselves unable. Luna is able to convince herself that she'll be fine and tries to calm down as she attempts to eat the food. She gags from the taste of the mush. Jack, worn out and hungry from the chase earlier, gobbles the food down without a second thought. The creature feeds them again. This time, the food was warm and tasted of meat and spices. Soon, the two realize that the creature isn't going to stop feeding them, which makes them nervous.
Why do you keep giving us more and more food?
Luna says, confused.
Because human,
the creature says warmly as it licks her face.
I want you to be well fed for when I finally kill you.
Luna and Jack start to panic and try to escape, but the creature stops them.
I'm only joking, dear. Besides, I could let you go. But where will you go? There's nowhere to go for miles. You'd both be all alone. This is your home now, humans. Inside my body, with me.
Luna and Jack are both scared of the creature for good reason, and decide to try and bargain with it.
We won't tell anyone that you exist. We'll pretend we never met you if you let us go. But please, promise you won't capture any other humans.
I'm sorry, dear. I can't let you go. Just both of you. Stay with me. Please.
The creature begs in a desperate tone. Luna is a bit less afraid because she trusts Jack and knows that he would do anything to protect her. So, they decide to stay even though the creature doesn't give them any choice.
Oh, okay. We'll stay with you.
Luna says calmly.
Yeah.
Jack says, agreeing with Luna. The next morning, the creature brings the two to another room in its cave, filled with countless amounts of the fleshy substance known as food.
Here you go. Just eat as much as you need to. You'll need the energy for later.
Luna and Jack began to gorge themselves on the food, ignoring the fact that they're eating out of a creature's intestines. Luna wonders for a moment.
What are you?
She asks the creature in curiosity.
A robot, but also an alien. I'm a mixture of robot parts as well as organic flesh.
It responds with a smile. Luna and Jack continue to eat without question, until eventually they become full. The two friends then return to their prior location to find the pink eye staring at the two with amusement.
Will you be staying here for a while?
The two nod in response. The creature then replies,
Good. Now, let's get started, shall we?
While the two friends sleep, the creature begins to feed on them, cutting them open, sucking the liquid from their organs and veins and sucking out their blood, then sewing their skin folds closed once again. The creature wipes the blood from its mouth whilst watching Luna and Jack sleep. Both of them wake up to find the creature standing over them, watching them through its large, glowing pink eyes.
Feeling better, my dears?
It says, whilst happily licking its lips.
Yes.
Luna answers with a nod, feeling a little queasy from the food she ate last night.
You must be hungry. Here, have some more.
The creature says as it motions towards the food. Jack and Luna look at each other with apprehension and finally agree to eat. Luna looks at the food, which consists of raw human flesh, and gags from the sight. Jack glances at his plate, then realizes that he might as well just dig in.
You're going to eat that?
Luna says, confused.
Might as well. I don't want to starve.
Jack says whilst munching on the slop called food. The creature watches with amusement as both children continue to eat. After a while, the two are finally finished. After the meal, the creature is pleased with the results of his experimentations and begins to test their strength, stamina, and speed. The creature tests Luna's endurance first, pushing her against the wall repeatedly until she passes out. Jack is next, being dragged around by the tentacles attached to the creature's chest and stomach, smashing into trees and rocks. A passing branch knocks Jack unconscious, causing him to fall onto the ground. Luna, meanwhile, has passed out from the sheer force of the torture. The creature examines their bodies and finds something interesting.
Let's see. You're both pretty strong for young humans. And as far as stamina goes, you've both got an amazing amount of energy. But sadly, your speed isn't that fast.
The creature observes. Luna wakes up to find herself tied up along with Jack. Both of them look up at the creature, who's staring down at them with amusement.
Sleep well, my sweet, sweet humans.
He says in a low whisper.
What did you do to us?
Luna whispers back, fearful.
Nothing major. Just tied the both of you up for a bit. I'm not letting you leave. Not until I've fully examined what makes humans tick.
Jack is a little calmer than Luna and tries to talk to the creature, but the creature ignores him and continues to watch the two. It pulls back the skin on one of its arms to show the interior workings of the creature. Upon observation, Luna and Jack notice many tiny tentacles along with gears within the skin of the creature. Luna and Jack look in horror as the creature gets closer to them.
So, how do you feel?
The creature asks. Luna is shaken from her trance and tries to speak.
What are you doing to us?
Jack is a little more calm about the situation and tries to act nonchalant.
I feel all right. What else do you have planned for us?
The creature's mouth curls in a twisted grin.
Oh, I have plans. Plans for you both.
Luna and Jack stare at the creature with fear as it picks up a large rock and prepares to crush them.
Stop! Stop, please don't!
Luna says, throwing her arms up. The creature then stops, impressed with Luna's quick reaction.
Don't worry. I'll let you off easy. But you have to do exactly as I say.
The creature says confidently.
What do you want us to do?
The creature's body shudders slightly as it walks over to a nearby tree.
What I want is to do more experiments with the both of you. All I ask is for a little cooperation. Okay, my dears?
Okay.
Luna says uneasily.
Very well. Now, both of you lick me.
The creature commands as it places her hand near its elbow. Luna nervously licks the creature's arm, tasting the salty, metallic taste of blood. Jack does the same, also tasting the metallic blood. Luna and Jack are both disgusted when the taste hit their tongues, making them both shiver.
Well done. Now, I want you to come closer and sit on my lap.
The creature says whilst smirking. Both kids feel a surge of adrenaline rush through their veins and quickly obey the creature.
Now, you both know what I want from you. I want you to hug me.
Jack and Luna hesitate, but suddenly decide to comply as they feel helpless. They wrap their arms around the creature and are surprised to find warmth radiating from its body. It makes the two feel safe and comfortable, as if it were their mother. The creature feels this too, and is delighted to see that both of them like being hugged.
I wish to care for the both of you forever,
the creature says in a loving tone. The two friends begin to uncontrollably cry tears of joy, as their fear is gone now that the creature protects them.
I love both of you, my dears. Now, you must sleep. It's time to sleep.
The creature cooed as Luna and Jack fell into deep slumber. Sometime later, the two are awoken by a strange sound coming from outside the room. They find themselves on a large velvet bed with fine woodwork for the rails. It was so soft and warm. The duo's attention is turned to the entry of the cave. They notice the creature's huge, pink eyes glow menacingly, as if it's angry.
What's wrong?
Luna asks, slightly scared.
Nothing. I've just grown fond of watching the both of you sleep.
The creature says gently.
It makes me happy to see you two so peaceful. Do you mind if I stay here with you for the night so I can observe you more closely?
Luna and Jack are shocked at the creature's request.
Are you sure?
Luna asks.
Yes, no problem. Sleep well.
The creature replies reassuringly. The creature takes off its tattered cloak, revealing a red, fleshy body underneath. It lays down on top of the bed next to Luna and Jack. She notices how soft its skin is while he begins licking her cheek. Jack awakens to the sound of the creature rustling on the bed next to them. But before he could say anything, the creature begins caressing his face. He stops moving instantly when he feels how delicate and tender its touch is. The creature then leans in closer to his face, but Jack recoils back with shock. It was too much for him to handle. He didn't know what else to do besides run away. He tries to jump out of the bed as the creature grabs him and violently drags him back onto the bed. His heart is beating rapidly as he feels how cold its body is against his own. He hears the creature whisper into his ear,
There's nothing to fear. You'll be safe here tonight.
Jack realizes that he has nowhere to go now, so he decides to accept the creature's offer instead. All this time, he had been afraid of it, but he realized there was something familiar about the way it touched his face. The creature cuddles against Luna and Jack as they sink into slumber once again.
You're both mine.
The creature says quietly.
Good night.
And that, dear Embers, is the end of a terrific tale written by Inevitable Cookie 74. I hope you are all well, as I have missed you dearly. Now, to quote the famous quote that I always like to say, when life gives you fire, become a phoenix. Until next time, I'll read to you later. Take care.